The domain of a function represents all the values that you can put into the function. So the one thing we're looking out for here is we don't want to divide by 0. If you were to plug in x equals 9, then we'd have a divide by 0 problem, because 9 squared is 81. 81 minus 81 makes 0. But negative 9 is also a problem for the same reason, because if you square negative 9, it means negative 9 times negative 9. That also makes positive 81. So those are the two numbers we want to avoid. The domain you can have all the way, and just so we know, with interval notation, we state our interval from least to greatest. So the smallest number possible, we never reach it. It's negative infinity. You can keep going as far to the left on the number line as you want. But you have to stop when you get to negative 9, and we need U for union. And then I'm going to pick it up right after negative 9, because all these numbers in between negative infinity and negative 9 are fine. All the numbers between negative 9 and positive 9 are fine. But I'm using parentheses. It's like I'm jumping off the train once the station gets to negative 9, then I'm getting right back on without it ever actually equaling negative 9. And same thing with positive 9. That can't be in our domain. Vertical asymptotes, those are where you have divide by 0 errors. So to check for vertical asymptotes, this would usually be the vertical asymptote, but there's actually an extra little twist to this problem. If you factor the denominator, like we did in a previous algebra course, it's one of those perfect squares. It can be factored. It's x minus 9, x plus 9, because if you multiply that out with FOIL, that turns into x squared minus 81. So these divide each other. It gives us just 1 in the numerator. So negative 9 almost looked like an asymptote, but if you plug in negative 9 in for x, that term actually gets canceled out. So there's actually only one asymptote at x equals 9. So they should have had like a parentheses here, because it's just singular. Horizontal asymptotes, that would be y equals something, and I think Moby's already has y equals typed in for you. I mean, technically the vertical asymptote is x equals 9, I should say. So I don't know what Mobius has for entering the answer, but horizontal asymptotes, they follow these three basic rules. If the power is bigger in the numerator, no horizontal asymptote. Make that a little bigger. The power is bigger in the denominator. Oops, sorry about the mic. Then y equals 0 is our horizontal asymptote. If the powers are equal, it's a ratio of the leading coefficients. So if a is the leading coefficient of the numerator, b is the leading coefficient of the denominator, that's the horizontal asymptote. What we mean by power is the power of the variable. Power is bigger than the denominator, right? Power of 2 compared to a power of 1, so y equals 0 is my horizontal asymptote.